Yo, what's up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. Cloud9 has a new YouTube channel for their League of Legends team. I Will Dominate sits down and talks to Fudge, Blabber, Perks, Sven, and Vulcan about the up-and-coming LCS 2021 Lock-In Tournament and the up-and-coming LCS 2021 Spring Split. Let's see if this new Cloud9 roster has been doing pretty well, at least in scrims so far.
What's up, guys? I Will Dominate here from Cloud9, and today we have a special video for you guys. I was able to sit down with all the C9 players, and we did a preseason roundtable and got all the players' thoughts on the new season, new format, the teams in the LCS, and what their expectations are, and a little bit of inside info on how the team's gelling so far and how they've been interacting with their coaching staff. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. The first thing that I just wanted to ask you guys is, how do you guys feel initially with your teammates when you guys got together and got to talk? Is there already a dynamic going on, or did you guys carry over the previous Cloud9 dynamic of kind of being friends and having fun, or how are everything's shaping up so far in the house?
Awkward silence. Love it.
I mean, I definitely say that we're getting pretty close as friends. We're not actually all together right now because me, Perks, and Sven and Mithy are quarantining by ourselves in another house, so we're not actually with all our teammates. But I'd say we're getting along pretty well, and we've been scrimming for a while, so I think it's been going pretty good.
They've been scrimming for a while. That's good. Hopefully they've been winning all their scrims. You know, the previous C9 roster they had during the LCS 2020 spring and summer split said they were always consistently winning their scrims, but, sometimes, more or less so always, scrims don't translate to the LCS stage, but, we'll see how it goes. Maybe they stop everyone in scrims and then just stop everyone in the LCS in the up-and-coming 2021 spring split. Hopefully they do. But I hope there's actually going to be challenges for them because that was a problem the roster had in 2020. The teams were just not that good for a bit of time, and then when they did get good, Cloud9 got super stagnant. They had finally had a slump in the worst possible timing around when you're about to go to Worlds. So I hope that doesn't happen this year.
Yep. I heard Perks talking about how the scrims felt initially before, but do you guys want to go out there and just say you haven't lost a scrim, it's just old C9, or how do you guys feel already?
I just want to say I haven't lost a scrim yet. I don't know about everyone else, but I haven't lost a scrim yet.
I think we're undefeated with the starting five, so I think it's looking pretty good.
Hey, it seems like we'll win Worlds this year.
What type of sample size are we talking? Are we talking one set, or
we're talking 5 games versus IMT?
5 games versus IMT. All right.
Wait, nice. 5 games versus CLG as well. You can't forget.
Wait, Sven played only one day.
Oh, really? I only played one set versus IMT so far, and they had 2 out of their 5 main starters, and it had 3 academy or whatever they were.
Okay. So you guys are guaranteed at least 9th place.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting.
Looks like it.
No, 8th because we 502 teams. See?
Oh, okay, good. So how do you guys actually feel about the rosters coming in? Because from my perspective, when I was looking at it, it kind of just looks like TL and you guys will be fighting for that top spot. But are there any other teams that you guys were looking out at and kind of just have interpretation that they will be contenders for that title besides for you guys?
I think TSM looks okay, roster-wise.
I know I wasn't the only one who thought that. TSM definitely looks okay at the very least, because when I was doing my LCS 2021 Spring Split power rankings, when I was ranking the teams, their roster just looked not that good. Outside of Power of Evil and Sword Art, they just didn't look that good. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, and I know some people got mad about me putting them in 5th place. I'm sorry. That's just what I thought. Looking at the dynamic of the team so far, I like that they're able to joke around and have some fun, but I hope the whole joking aspect doesn't go into a place where, that's all they're going to be doing, because, I'm cool with having fun. Winning is also good, too.
Personally.
Yeah, I agree. I think TSM.
I think it sounds like TL has a lot of problems with their players actually coming to the country, so they might be onto a late start like they were in last year in spring, so
deja vu. Holy shit.
I think they will start very slowly, so maybe they won't be looking that good.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the 100 Thieves roster, which is pretty much Golden Guardians, but adding someday? I know they were making a run towards the end, so do you guys have any hope for that roster? Potentially breaking into that top 3 spot, or how do you guys feel?
I think that bot lane's okay. I think the mid lane is bad. I mean, I think everyone except their mid lane is pretty fine, but yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I think that team kind of had a favorable meta going into like the playoffs, and yeah, I feel like this year they won't be as good as people think they will be. Is my expectation.
I hope. And, like, when we were talking about 100 Thieves, during the 2020 offseason, what I specifically said, and you can go back and look at the previous videos, was that I hope this team with Golden Guardians pretty much +1 someday isn't just a team that was only good for a single meta, or they were just peaking for a certain moment. I hope that really isn't the case, though, because that would be really tragic. 100 Thieves bought like 4 good players, and they were only good for like 1 meta or just a few weeks,
Of that team.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask a little bit about your guys' preseasons, and I guess we could start with Fudge here. Obviously, people are quarantined. You have to do your own thing in this preseason. It's harder to travel to Korea or do any of those types of boot camps because of Corona and everything. So how do you prepare as like a rookie coming into a team with so many successful players, right? Like you're looking at players where the least successful players on the team are champions already. So how do you fit in, and like, do you feel like you have anything to prove to these guys because of their resumes?
I mean, yeah, of course, because I'm a rookie, I have something to prove, but I don't really feel like because I'm a rookie, I'm like worse than the other players in the LCS. Like I feel like all the other players in the LCS are already like pretty like brainless. So I don't really feel like because I'm a rookie, it's like that hard to prepare.
Oh my god, I love Fudge. Holy shit. Like, I know some people were kind of flaming him about him being cocky. I'd rather him be his actual self than be some, like, fake PC dude that you can clearly tell is lying. I mean, I'd rather, if this is him, he be this way. Not some fake loser who's just trying to be nice for the camera because there's going to be a bunch of sensitive people that'll be mad at him for trash talking. I personally like him just this way on his own.
Egoing this hard.
God, this ego. This is some
Academy Red
ego.
egoing this hard is actually crazy.
Well, I mean, is it just like the team dynamic? Like, I feel like the rookies are kind of shaped by the team, and maybe the fact that you guys have been building him up.
I have a huge ego because of Perks, actually. Yeah, that's literally the reason.
I mean, he said you were going to solo kill the Shy, right? The thing that I like to do is look at, like, try to read between the lines and what Perks is saying. And even though he says you're gonna solo kill the Shy, he did say tank versus tank. So are you just the dedicated tank player for the team already?
Yeah, but practically I just play Malphite, Bronze Zodia.
He's a Bronze Zodia representative.
I really like when Fudge picks Malphite. It runs at the comfortable.
I'm not picking takes, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I guess next we'll just go in order here. And next I wanted to go to Blabber. Last season obviously ended disappointing for you guys. What have you been trying to do to, like, at least from your own position, do whatever you can to make sure that doesn't happen again? Is that something that you've been thinking about a lot? Because obviously you had a really good roster last year too, and there was a huge streak of dominance and spring split from you guys. So is there anything that you're trying to, like, think about, or, like, is there any reasons why you think that happened that you're trying to, like, pace yourself throughout the season to avoid, or how do you, take that lesson from last year and move it into this year?
Well, I think there are, like, a lot of reasons why we didn't do well last year, but I think one of the biggest reasons for us, like, falling off, I guess, is I think meta shifted between spring and summer, and we were much better at what was being played in spring. Obviously, I think we all, like, played a bit worse as well in summer compared to spring. I think if we were still in the same form, that we could have probably won again. But I mean, personally, I haven't really thought about it too much. I went to Korea this offseason to practice, and obviously there's, like, some things that I need to work on individually, like putting myself, like, in too aggressive positions and stuff like that, and getting caught. But besides that, I think we'll be able to work on stuff as a team together much better with scrims, and it's only been like a week so far, so I think we've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, I really hope the team doesn't fall apart, and, like, the fans just have to understand this. When I'm talking from my perspective, if things fail, I want different things. It's happened every single year. You look at, like, Cloud9 fans on, like, YouTube or Facebook or Reddit or Twitter or Instagram. It's like, just run back the same roster. That's stupid. Like, imagine this. Failing with something and then wanting to run it back. People have factor this in. Years are long. So if you're going to run something back, you better get something out of it. I'm just a big proponent on if you can upgrade, go for it. If you want to change out the roster, go ahead. Like, fuck what fans think, because at the end of the day, the Jack pays these players, we don't, and we'll be fans of the org no matter what. And I just personally think that it's better to just try something new out rather than just run back the same thing. Like with Zen and Vulcan, they're like one of the best bot lanes in North America. Perks is obviously going to be a really good mid laner. Blabber is one of the best junglers in the league. They really only needed not even, I would say, an upgrade in the top lane. I think Licorice played fine overall, but Licorice did have moments where he didn't look that good, and I personally think that you have to kind of look at it from a perspective of if Fudge is going to be a better player and C9 thinks to be a better player, you know, we'll just have to trust their words, honestly, because that was said about Licorice. Everything that was said about Licorice is now being said about Fudge, and C9 have consistently shown to us over the splits, over the many years they've been part of the LCS, they know who they're promoting and to do well for their organization.
With that.
Yeah. So Perks, how's your intro to NA been? Is it better or worse initially than you thought? Like, what's your feeling of actually being here?
Oh, it's much better than I thought. I went like no expectations here, and I've been pleasantly surprised by all my teammates. So that's pretty nice. Like, no offense, I didn't have expectations of any of.
Not even Sven, man.
I had expectations of Sven, but it's like I already played with him, so I kind of know how he is. But I basically didn't know anything how they communicate or how they play in game, right? But then I was really surprised with everyone. I think it's kind of, I can see they're very good players, all of them. So it's just it's gonna be fun to actually be able to like work on a lot of things that I've worked over my past teams the past few years, and us getting actually really good as a unit, because I think that's what all the game is about, like communication and playing well as a unit. So I think we have pretty good chances of winning Worlds this year.
How has your transition to mid lane been? Do you feel like you're like out of 100%? Where do you feel like you're at compared to like your max level mid lane right now?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, usually like players speak at the boot camps, and usually when I play the best is like at MSI or Worlds, where I can play a boot camp and scream the best teams, right? But as of right now, I think I played like a lot of mid lane in this off season, and also like when I was even during Worlds, like in China, I was king up mid a bit here and there, and when I was watching mid laners at Worlds play, I thought I could do better than most of them. So it's just going pretty smooth, I would say. I think there is not really like much new in mid right now. Then there wasn't, like, I played like literally all the metas already and all the champions that I didn't play. So the only new champion is actually Yone, and I've spammed him a lot. So I think I'm just kind of ready for the meta, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I like to see out of a $11 million mid laner. Like, imagine if he just went up here and fucking troll and be like, you know what, I'm planning on going like 0-10 in the first games of the LCS. Jack probably be like, what the fuck? But no, in all seriousness, I do think he'll be a strong mid laner, but there might be a period where he'll have a slump because I think the other mid laners will be as pretty good. You know, Jensen, Power Evil. You also have players like Demonte that I think are also going to be sleeper players. Pobelter's not too bad himself. So the mid lane champions in the LCS right now, I think favor to Perks right now, but it'll have to, you know, we'll see when drafting comes out and how the team drafts for the LCS 2021 lock-in tournament coming up in roughly about a week. So we'll see how the team drafts and what champions Perks will overall play.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I guess we'll go to the bot lane last. I know last offseason you guys went to Korea. You guys both got super high rated, and for the entire year you guys dominated NA solo queue. So as a unit, I know that you guys weren't together for part of it. I know Vulcan went over to Europe for a little bit, but was it just more grinding for you guys, or did you guys take a step back? Because I feel like you guys are normally the two biggest grinders on the team.
I mean, it sucks now because they removed duo queue, so you can't duo queue once you hit like above Diamond 1. So you really can't do it anymore. You can queue up same time and hope for the best, or you can abuse system and Diamond 1 dodge in promos once you have 2 wins. But
yeah, the apocalypse strat.
Yeah, basically. But it's like really not worth it, and we couldn't go to Corona. I mean, couldn't go to Korea either because of Corona. So we couldn't bootcamp this year. I think last year our bootcamp in Korea, the one me and Phil had together, was really good for us. It helped us get ahead of everyone else, and even more so because of the new champs, Aphelios and Senna, that came out. I think not everyone last year could play those champions in Spring Split at least, so we had a lot of advantage of knowing, the matchups because we played them in Korea so much. So I think it kind of sucks that we can't do it anymore and we can't go to Korea this offseason, but I think it'll be fine. I think we're still pretty good.
Vulcan, you have anything to add to that? I know you've been claiming rank 1 on NA for like the last like 3 months or something, but have you just been grinding the game?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I started to pace myself a little bit. I mean, like Sven said, I think our boot camp last year was very beneficial, but I think it's also good this year to just like, I guess, not have that because we kind of ran out of juice, at the end of the year. So I think, just pacing ourselves for this year is going to be good. And also, like, we didn't get to boot camp, but I feel like as soon as we scrimmed together again, I feel like we just clicked instantly. So we have like all that synergy that we built last year, and I think that just carried over. And we're like, this time we don't need it, right? Because we're not coming into a new team. The two of us just starting to play together. So I think the boot camp, even though it sucks that we weren't able to, go together in Korea and practice for a while, I think we don't need it for this year. So I think we're looking still pretty strong.
Yeah. How do you guys in general, like the whole team can chime in for this, but how do you guys feel about the new format? Obviously, there's this new tournament that you're going to have at the beginning of LCS, and there's another tournament for MSI, and for qualification into MSI, and then obviously it's just a one split into Worlds. Do you guys find this new format exciting? I feel like after you guys have been in LCS for so long, something new might actually just make it feel different, and might have like some motivational benefits for you guys. But just in general, how do you feel about like the new system, the format, the tournaments, everything?
It's probably hype for the fans, but I don't think most teams care too much about the outcome of the tournament.
Let's be honest here. The LCS 2020 lock-in tournament is literally just to kind of feel out the team's relative strength levels, see how some teams draft, see who's going to be the strongest team potentially heading in to the LCS 2021 spring split. I mean, literally fucking Dig, CLG, IMT, like dog shit teams like them could fucking win it, and it really wouldn't matter, honestly. But in terms of like, you have to kind of factor in, they're not just going to go up there and troll, but you can't take too much from it. I've learned from watching the Kespa Cup all these many years, from watching the LCK. And like you have the Demacia Cup for like the LPL, like you just can't take a lot from these tournaments. You really can't. But there's certain things you can take away from them. I know players like Jensen, Nicor, JJ, Perks, and all the guys on C9 and other players on TSM are gonna want to win. But at the end of the day, it really won't matter that much.
It doesn't affect like the split that much, so it's not like it really matters, I guess. I mean, of course, we're trying to win the thing, right?
I'm down to get a free 150k. Anything's great. I'm down.
Hey, give me a free 150k. I don't know, go put that into a fucking strip club and blow up a crack hole. What the fuck am I saying? All right, so definitely messed up that joke. So if I got 150k, I would go get some strippers and blow their backs out with a crack pipe. Just kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit.
I guess regarding the new format as well, like I don't know how it'll be, but because now you're playing 3 games a day or 3 games a week, sorry, instead of three days a week. Oh my god, I can't talk. We're playing 3 days a week instead of 2 days, so we have 1 less scrim day. And I don't know how that'll like affect us, I guess, or teams in general. But I guess I'm excited to see how it is.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's just going to evolve into the meta of like 3 scrim days, 3 LCS days, 1 day off, or do you think that some people are going to be, taking no days off and doing more of the old school TSM approach?
I think if you take no day off, you're just kind of like trolling for the long run.
Yep.
Like it's not good ever to take no days off. I think the other viable option would be like to scrim on the LCS days instead.
That sounds super good for a team. Scrim before LCS.
Or like after LCS.
After LCS.
Or after you lose LCS, then you go home and scrim.
I mean, it's like that.
Imagine getting like a 0-3 and then just fucking going home and scrimming just with depression on your face. Holy shit.
The roles, right? Like you have to like
Yeah.
stream after the games
That's
because
true.
you have no time to stream, so you might as well get used to it, I guess.
I think some teams will be screaming.
But I mean, I'm actually really excited for the change because it's, as you mentioned, Dom, like 5 years of the same shit every split. Like it's kind of boring and stale, and this is like something different this year. So it's super exciting for me. I wanna play the tournament and I wanna win it, and I wanna win every single game. So it's more games to win, right? So it's fun.
I mean, you said you're gonna go deathless, right? So
Yeah. Well, looking at my screens right now, I might have to like take that one back. But I might just go that like I will go deathless either in the tournament or in the spring split. Like I have to decide basically. Like it's yet to be decided. Like but one of the
That's a big cap.
but one of the tournaments I will go deathless the whole time.
Massive cap.
Jesus, how does it feel to be like reunited with familiar faces? I mean, obviously it's a new environment, but the fact that you have Sven and Mithy here, I feel like that has to, at least make your transition to Cloud9 a lot smoother than I guess it would be otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting like adjusted to just like the new environment, faces, food, habits, etc. We're not even yet.
Man, that North American food, I'll tell you guys, I hear it's pretty good, I think the addition of Sven on the team and Mithy as a coach will be super beneficial, though I don't really I don't know. I'll say it this way. I hope Mithy's personality and what he says will be translated to them in the game. Like Mithy is really good at macro gameplay and how to basically dictate the pieces that he's been able to in terms of players that he's had over these many teams he's had. So I hope that this new C9 coaching staff is really going to drill these things into the team in a way that Reaper and Rapid Star weren't able to. And you also have Reignover, so the new C9 coaching staff, with Veigar V2, Reignover, and Mithy, I think this will add in a good dynamic to the coaching staff. Overall, I really do think Reaper still had a place in the team, but he was kind of phoning it in on some big finals games and some drafts. But it's always good to have a change, and I personally think that using these guys who've had success, who's been to Worlds, and who've been in their coaching roles for quite some time now, it's going to be pretty good for the new C9 team. Now, the real only question mark to me is going to be Blabber, obviously, because doesn't really play well from behind, has a lot of mistakes if he's not ahead, those things like that. I really do think Fudge will be pretty good overall. Will he be the best top laner in the LCS? We'll have to see overall.
Like full as a team, so it's like I'm not even like taking it serious yet. I mean, I am, but I'm like in the fact that like I'm not really actually getting adjusted to what I'm gonna be living in. But it definitely helps that there is like people that I've known for many years. Like that's pretty nice. I mean, it feels easier, I guess, to get adjusted. But I think it's going pretty well so far. I'm quite happy.
Yeah. Have you naturally, kind of gotten the role of being the captain? I know that for a while you were probably the voice of reason within G2, but now with this new team, is it because of like your accomplishments, your pedigree, whatever, people are kind of looking to you for that role, or is everyone just kind of feeling things out and we'll see where the pieces fall?
I think right now everyone is just like doing their thing, and then we will see in a few weeks, months, like what we actually need or what we need to improve on. I think right now I'm just trying to play the best I can, and then once we start playing on stage and stuff, like the longer the year goes, like the more important games we get to, then we will like see, I guess, what do I need to do in this team for it to win. So right now it's just I guess getting to know each other and synergy, and
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I hope he becomes the captain of the team, but right now he does kind of make a good point. You probably should just focus on playing good, and usually most coaching staffs get tested when like shit hits the fan. I mean, I hope shit doesn't hit the fan for the team, but it usually always does for every team, if you play competitive League of Legends. So I really hope that, they're able to overcome their obstacles when it's needed.
Definitely. I guess the last question I had for you guys was about your coaching staff. So I did a roundtable with the coaching staff recently, and you guys have one of the most absolutely stacked coaching staffs I've seen so far. So how do you guys feel about like just the coaching staff in general? Did you guys have say in picking specific people? I know that Fudge is an LS like protege, and then you got Max on the team and Vigar V2. So like, do you guys have like good relationships with the coaching staff already? I mean, obviously we talked about Perks and Mithy, but how do you feel about the coaching staff in general? Are you like really comfortable that you have like so many great League of Legends minds, supposedly there to just help you the whole way? Like,
I mean, I'll just go ahead. I think personally, I feel like drastic improvements compared to our coaching staff last year. I think the coaches have brought like really, really good points after the games and reviews, and I think we've been able to implement them pretty fast. And also, just being able to talk with Mithy, who's obviously he had a really good career as a support, and he's able to bring a perspective that I didn't really have before in C9. So I think it's really good to have him on board. And also, I've been working with Vagar a lot during scrims, and he'll just DM me on Discord and tell me like a few points that he saw during the game that he thinks I could improve on, and I'll just apply that in my next game. And I think it's all going very, very smoothly. And yeah, we have a really stacked coaching staff. So
yeah. Anyone else?
Yep. Stat coaching staff. I'm ready to see what they'll be doing.
I mean, I've obviously you know that I know Max, I know Viga very well, and also I've been talking to Mithy a little bit, and I love Mithy already. You know, he's funny. He's a funny guy, and he's also very smart about the game. So I mean, obviously, and of course Rainover is the head coach, and I worked with him in the academy, right? So I'm pretty happy with our coaching staff. I think it's like definitely the best coaching staff in NA, if not like EU as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the coaching stuff. I think we'll improve a lot this year for sure.
I saw Sven was jumping in there for a second. Was there anything you wanted to add to it?
No.
No, you're good? Okay.
Love our coaching stuff.
I mean, you're not gonna flame Mithy or anything?
I think you get to see the most of coaching stuff when the shit gets rough, you know, like it's like it's like right now in the beginning, like all is great, you know, and everything they say will probably be useful because you're a new team. But then when we start like having, you know, obviously bumps, like every team will, you know, and when things gets like stale, that's when we see how good our coaching staff will actually be. As of right now, I'm not gonna give them any credit. I do have like hope for them, you know, but but I will not say anything yet, you know. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, I just thought of this because when I was doing the interview with the coaching staff, I asked them the question of, because they have so many people that have these like strong points, or just like they're very like strong-willed about how they think the game should be played. I asked them if they thought that would be an issue amongst them, because I feel like there could be like inherent points of the game that they really disagree on. Do you guys think that having so many people that are like really knowledgeable and just known for having like defined ways to think about the game, do you think that could be a downside at any point, like lack of cohesion between the coaching staff because everyone is pretty established in the way they think about the game?
That's something I really haven't thought of either, but I think that would come more from a player thing. I don't think a coach could really, implement like that type of thing. I mean, the coaching staff at the end of the day is going to have to agree on something to obviously bring a value to the players. I think that when you factor in like too many cooks in the kitchen, that pretty much goes to the players thing, because they're going to have to figure out how do we distribute resources and all those other things you guys already know about League.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're kind of like going to be the people who choose how we're going to play the game, right? Like, and cohesion, even though like we have a lot of people, I think even a team that has like only one or two coaches, there can be cohesion problems only like between the players and the coaches, right? So I think that's kind of always an issue, no matter what your coaching staff is. And I think at the end of the day, we just have to like the five of us find a way where like everyone's, I don't know, happy with the way we do things. And I think so far, I mean, it's been looking good, right? But we haven't been scrimming for very long, but I think in the future it's something that we'll be able to do well as well.
Yeah, well, it seems like you guys are pretty excited and things have been going well so far. So I just wanted to get a prediction before we wrap it up here. Are you guys getting first this season? Is it just going to be a C9 dominant streak? But I mean, I guess there's only a spring split now, right? So there's no summer to fall off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I have no ego. Sorry, say anything.
I mean,
I will take that as C9 first.
All I'm gonna say is Fudge is gonna solo Clary top laner in the LCS. Am I right?
This
True,
team,
true.
we abuse law of attraction. So we'll win the split, we will go to Worlds, and we will win Worlds, and we will smurf on everyone.
Exactly.
Well, you have to win the split, go to MSI, win the summer split, and then you'd have to go to win Worlds. So it's all basically in concessions. But now with the LCS lock-in tournaments, you could win lock-in, spring split, MSI, summer split, and win Worlds. Imagine a team eventually in the LCS, if it, God forbid, a team ever does win Worlds from NA. Holy fucking shit! What a shit year that must have been for League in the future. You know, winning all the trophies. That'd be insane. But yeah, they'll have to win the spring split 2021, MSI 2021, summer 2021, and then win Worlds. I don't think they're gonna win Worlds. I'm be honest here. G2 and Cloud9 will not be winning Worlds, and I love both of them, but they're not winning Worlds. Like let's be honest here. Like, you know, all fanboying aside for a lot of people, they're not winning Worlds. Stop thinking that they will. Putting too much expectations on these players in your mind, and you know they're not gonna win. But hey, it is what it is.
Okay, perfect.
Just abuse law of attraction as much as possible, and then it's just free win.
All right. Well, now we got a title for the video, so hopefully that gets some clicks. Anyways, I appreciate you guys sitting down with me, having this roundtable. It's good to get some insight on how things have been going in the early stages. I assume that we'll do this again at some point, maybe after the first portion of the split, or if you guys go to MSI after that. And yeah, we'll just check in throughout the year and see how things are going within the team. So it's a good starting point. It's good to know where the baseline is, and I'll look forward to you guys coming back and giving me new information as time goes on. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. All the fans out there, make sure subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And this has been the C9 preseason roundtable. Thanks.
Thank you, Dom.
Well, that was a pretty good video, all things considered. As you guys already know, I hope this roster is able to win the LCS 2021 spring split. You know, adding in another trophy to the trophy case. Winning the lock-in tournament doesn't really mean anything, but like you can already tell they're gonna do pretty well by, I guess, how they're talking. But in terms of, you know, what the coaches will bring and what the players will bring, I'm really happy for the change that Cloud9 has made. I'm always up for changes, you know, when things don't work, because that's what other sports teams do, and other teams around, you know, for League of Legends and the LEC, the LPL and the LCK, they always make changes. So I don't see why people are like in love with some of these guys. You know, these players are interchangeable, just like the women in my life. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. You guys have a good day. I cannot wait because the LPL starts, and then after we have the LPL starting, every other one of the major regions will eventually start. So yeah, I'm just really happy to be back into the swing of things of the season starting. It's gonna be a lot of content to make for you guys, and I'm wanted to do it because I want to, you know, have the goal of the channel be reached, and I want the channel to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's the goal that I'm shooting for right now. But yeah, see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I am the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace.
Yo, it's the Nightwing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video that you guys just watched. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you never want to miss out on a single upload, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for the continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.